Hello and welcome to another update video about INJ, Injective Protocol. We are dealing here with a situation that's basically unchanged. So I'm still watching for potentially at least one more high on this chart to $51 next in wave 5 of what would be wave 5 of a lot of subwaves, but essentially it would form most likely circle wave 3 top. Then we could get a more substantial wave 4 pullback. Because there is a potential that this entire move up is a diagonal pattern, the pullback could be quite deep. So we have to take it with this chart, I think level by level. I mentioned that before, the focus can be on higher as long as we're holding above support levels, right? And currently the support is at $25.25. It's the 50% Fibonacci retracement. Yeah, so that's a support range that I've mentioned already many weeks ago. I think we already put it on the chart end of December. So far, the market is respecting the parameters. I know it can be frustrating because it takes ages here for this correction to finish. Well, guess what? It seems to be a wave 4 that's moving here. And this wave 4, yeah, is just what a wave 4 does. Very, very boring. We can see that the wave 4 is forming higher lows and lower highs, which resembles really this kind of triangle shape here that we've already observed in the last video. And I'm just watching for signals that this correction is complete. It's too early for that. Looks a bit like a bullish pennant, but as you can see, it's taken like 1.5 months now for this to play out. Looking at the microstructure, yeah, I mean, I mentioned in the last video that we might have an ABCDE corrective pattern that's unfolding here, and I think the wave count is technically full. It still doesn't really have the right look. I'd like to see that wave D maybe a little bit more healthy, but that's not needed. It's technically a valid Elliott wave triangle. If we now see a break above the D wave high at $39.29, that would be a first indication that here an E wave is complete. Yeah, and then a break above the B wave high is obviously the breakout point, $45, and then it should take us to at least 51. At least that's the next main target to watch. I think with this coin, we just have to take it level by level because we're not dealing with a clear chart. The micro here is, you could say, fairly clear. We have a possible triangle pattern. We're holding above support levels, and the focus is on higher. And the breakout points, I just mentioned them to you. Target, I mentioned it. We can add to that. For example, can we say that, okay, we have this length of waves 1 through 3 here, and then we add it to the end of the triangle, and that gives us another additional target area, provided obviously the triangle is complete now, and I don't see evidence for it yet. Normally, when a triangle is complete, it would move quite rapidly. So in this case, it should move to $48.28 and $63.52. They are two levels to watch, in addition to that $51 level, which is more like the larger time frame or larger degree Fibonacci. So I leave that here on the chart, but I'll make it put it as a dotted line here. Yeah, and obviously what should be avoided is a break below 25.25 because that means this is too deep for a wave 4. I'm already thinking now it should really start to go because it's already getting quite massive for a wave 4. Not invalid, but it's getting sort of out of proportion, out of shape with the previous structures. And in the short term, what would be a signal that something is changing here? Well, it's a break below the C wave low at $30.30. And a break below the A wave low would be quite bearish short term. That's a break below basically also here, the 38.2 retracement. And that's at $29 and would then likely send us down to 25. But then I would have to say, I mean, it would be valid still as a wave 4, but would be very deep. Really, ideally, it's holding that C wave low, the previous swing low, because if it breaks that, this triangle assumption will be invalid. And then it creates a lot of other problems with this chart. Easiest path here, I think, would be to the upside, holding above support. We have a pretty much complete looking triangle, and all we need to see now is if the bulls turn up and lead here this thing to a breakout. But we have much clearer charts at the moment. I always emphasize it makes sense to focus on what's clear. This chart hasn't really moved, but I think it's worth maybe to just watch for that fifth wave if it happens or not to be too much concerned about the micro count. The support levels are fairly clear. Yeah. That's my update about INJ. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.